The best man walked up to me at the altar. Everyone thought he was adjusting something, fixing my dress. Instead, he handed me a folded note. James asked me to give you this. I unfolded it, read it. I can't marry you. I'm in love with your cousin Monica. We're leaving together. I'm sorry. My cousin. My maid of honor, who was supposed to be standing beside me, who wasn't there either. 200 people watching, waiting for me to cry, to collapse, to run. I did none of those things. I walked to the microphone, and I told them exactly what happened, word for word. Some weddings end in I do. Mine ended in I won't. And the reception that followed became legendary. Before we begin, comment where you're watching from. Enjoy the story. Let me take you back to that morning, the morning that was supposed to be the happiest day of my life. Claire Anderson woke up at 6 a.m. on her wedding day, June 12th. Perfect weather, clear skies. Everything she'd planned for 18 months was finally happening. Her fiancé James was at his parents' house. Tradition. They hadn't seen each other since the rehearsal dinner the night before. Bad luck to see the bride before the wedding, her mother had said. Claire's maid of honor, Monica, was sleeping in the guest room. Monica was Claire's cousin. They'd grown up together, best friends since childhood, cousins, but closer than sisters. Monica had been thrilled when Claire asked her to be maid of honor, had helped plan everything, every detail, every decision. That morning, Monica helped Claire get ready, did her hair in the elegant updo they'd practiced, applied her makeup perfectly, adjusted her dress. You look stunning, Monica said, stepping back to admire her work. James is going to lose his mind when he sees you. I can't believe this is really happening, Claire said, staring at herself in the mirror. I'm getting married today. To the perfect guy. You two are so lucky to have found each other. I know, I really am lucky. Monica smiled, hugged Claire. I'm so happy for you, Claire. You deserve all of this. 2 hours later, Claire would learn what those words really meant. The ceremony was scheduled for 2 p.m. Outdoor wedding at a beautiful vineyard. Claire had saved for 2 years to afford it, spent $60,000 total, every penny she had. The venue was perfect, white chairs arranged in rows, floral arch at the altar, string lights hanging overhead for the evening reception. 200 guests had RSVP'd, friends, family, co-workers, everyone who mattered in Claire's life. At 1:45 p.m., Claire was in the bridal suite. Final touches. Her father knocked on the door. It's time, sweetheart. Are you ready? Claire took a breath, looked at herself one last time in the mirror. I'm ready. They walked to the ceremony area. Claire could hear the music starting, the processional, her bridesmaids walking down the aisle one by one. But she noticed something. Monica wasn't with them. Her maid of honor was supposed to go last, right before Claire. Where's Monica? Claire asked her father. I don't know. Maybe she's already down there. She was supposed to walk with the bridesmaids. I'm sure she's there. Don't worry. But worry crept in anyway. Something felt off. The music changed. Bridal chorus. Wagner. Claire's cue. She and her father walked around the corner. The aisle stretched in front of her. 200 faces turning to look, smiling, some crying already, and the altar, where James should be standing, waiting for her. He wasn't there. The officiant was there, looking uncomfortable. James's groomsmen were there, looking at each other nervously. But James wasn't, and Monica wasn't beside where Claire would stand, both of them missing. Claire's steps faltered. Her father squeezed her arm. Keep walking. Maybe he's just running late. They walked down the aisle, every step feeling wrong. The music played. People stared, confused now. Where was the groom? Claire reached the altar, stood there, alone. The music ended. Silence. Uncomfortable, horrible silence. The officiant leaned in, whispered, James isn't here. I don't know what's happening. Claire felt her stomach drop. Where was he? Then the best man, Derek, walked toward her. He looked sick, like he was about to throw up. Claire, he said quietly, James asked me to give you this. He handed her a folded piece of paper. His hands were shaking. Claire unfolded the note, her hands shaking too. The handwriting was James's, familiar. She'd seen it on grocery lists and birthday cards and love notes. Now on this, Claire, I'm so sorry. I can't do this. I can't marry you. I'm in love with someone else. I have been for months. I thought I could go through with the wedding, but I can't. I'm leaving with her. Please forgive me. James quote. Claire read it twice, her brain refusing to process the words. Who? She heard herself ask Derek. Who is he leaving with? Derek looked at the ground. Monica. The name hit like a physical blow. My cousin? My maid of honor, Monica? Yes, I'm so sorry, Claire. They left about an hour ago. Drove to the airport. They're gone! Yes. Claire stood there, note in her hand, 200 people staring at her, waiting. She could hear whispers starting. What's happening? Where's the groom? Is she okay? Her father appeared beside her. Sweetheart, what's wrong? What did the note say? Claire handed it to him, watched his face change as he read, from confusion to understanding to rage. That son of a bitch, her father said loudly. Several guests gasped. Her mother rushed up. What's happening? David, what's wrong? James left her at the altar with Monica. Claire's mother's face went white. She grabbed Claire. Oh, honey, oh my God, come on, let's get you out of here. We'll cancel everything. Send everyone home. No. Claire's voice surprised herself, firm, steady. No. No. Everyone's here. The food is ready. The band is paid for. Everything is ready. We're not canceling. Claire, you can't possibly want to. I want to tell them the truth. They all came here. They deserve to know why there's no wedding. Before anyone could stop her, Claire walked to the microphone, the one that was supposed to be used for vows, for readings, for the ceremony. She tapped it. The sound echoed through the vineyard. 200 faces turned toward her, silent, waiting. Claire took a breath. Thank you all for coming today. I know you're confused, so I'm going to explain what's happening. Her voice didn't shake, didn't break, just stated facts. My groom James isn't here. He left about an hour ago. He gave his best man a note to give me. The note says he can't marry me, that he's in love with someone else. That person is my maid of honor, my cousin Monica. They're gone, together. Probably on a plane right now. Complete silence. Then whispers, gasps. Her aunt, Monica's mother, stood up. That can't be true. Monica wouldn't. She did. They both did. So there won't be a wedding today. Claire paused, let it sink in, then continued. But here's what is going to happen. I've spent $60,000 on this day, paid for this venue, paid for food for 200 people, paid for a band, paid for an open bar, paid for a photographer to document what should have been the happiest day of my life. She looked out at the crowd, at her friends, her family, people who loved her. So we're not canceling. We're having a party. All of you are invited. The food is ready. The bar is open. The band is here. But instead of celebrating a marriage, we're going to celebrate something else. We're celebrating me dodging a bullet. Celebrating the fact that I found out who James really was before I married him. Celebrating honesty. And celebrating all of you for being here, for caring about me. Silence. Then one person started clapping. Claire's best friend, Sarah, standing in the second row, then another, then another. Within seconds, the entire crowd was applauding, standing, cheering. Claire's father squeezed her shoulder. That's my girl. That's my strong girl. I'm not going to let them ruin this day. I'm not going to cry over someone who doesn't deserve me. Good. Now let's party. The reception area was set up. Tables decorated in white and gold. Flowers everywhere. The band was ready. The caterers had food prepared. Everything Claire had planned for her wedding reception. Just without a wedding. Guests moved to the reception area, talking, still shocked, but following Claire's lead. Claire changed out of her wedding dress into the simpler white dress she'd planned to wear for the reception. Couldn't bear to stay in the wedding gown anymore. The party started. People were hesitant at first, unsure how to act at a wedding reception without a wedding. But then the band started playing. The bar opened. Food came out. And gradually people relaxed. Claire's friends surrounded her. Are you okay? What can we do? Do you want us to find James and kill him? Claire laughed. Actually laughed. I'm okay. I'm weirdly okay. I think I'm still in shock, but I'm okay. You're the strongest person I've ever met, Sarah said. Standing up there? Telling everyone. I would have collapsed. I almost did. But then I thought, why should I be embarrassed? I didn't do anything wrong. James did. Monica did. Not me. You're right. This is on them. As the party continued, something unexpected happened. People started having fun. Real fun, not forced, not awkward, actual joy. The band played. People danced. The food was incredible. The drinks flowed. Claire's Uncle Mike grabbed the microphone during dinner. I'd like to make a toast to Claire for showing us all what strength looks like, what grace looks like, for turning the worst day into something beautiful. We love you, kid. Everyone raised their glasses, cheered. Claire felt tears finally starting, but not sad tears, grateful tears, for these people who showed up for her, who stayed, who celebrated with her even though the wedding fell apart. Her father danced with her, the father-daughter dance she'd planned, but different now. I'm proud of you, he said as they swayed. I know this isn't how today was supposed to go. It really wasn't. But honestly, this is better than marrying someone who would leave me at the altar. James never deserved you. I liked him, but I was wrong. He's a coward. He is. And Monica, I don't even know what to say about her. Don't say anything. She's not worth your words. The party lasted until midnight. Hours longer than planned. People didn't want to leave, didn't want the night to end. The photographer who had been paid to document a wedding documented the party instead. Took photos of Claire laughing with friends, dancing with her father, surrounded by people who loved her. These might be the best wedding photos I've never taken, the photographer told her. I've shot 200 weddings. Never seen anything like this. Good different or bad different? The best different. You turned a disaster into something real, something honest. People will remember this forever. When the party finally ended, Claire sat with her parents and Sarah, exhausted, still in disbelief about the day. I can't believe James actually did it, Sarah said. Left you at the altar. Who does that? A coward, Claire's mother said bitterly. And Monica. I don't even have words for what she did. They'd been planning it, Claire realized. This wasn't spur of the moment. They'd been together for months, according to the note, months while we planned the wedding, while Monica helped me, while she pretended to be my friend. She's dead to me, Claire's mother said. My niece. My sister's daughter, dead to me. The next few days were surreal. Claire had to cancel the honeymoon, call the hotel in Bali, explain that the wedding didn't happen. The hotel refunded half the cost. Better than nothing. She had to deal with gifts. People had given wedding gifts. She started returning them, sending notes. Thank you for your generous gift. Unfortunately, the wedding didn't happen. I'm returning this with gratitude for your thoughtfulness. Most people told her to keep the gifts anyway. You deserve them after what you went through. She had to change her Facebook relationship status from engaged to single, had to look at photos from the wedding that wasn't, had to process everything. James tried to call. 2 days after abandoning her, Claire didn't answer. He texted, Claire, please talk to me. I know I hurt you. I'm so sorry. It wasn't supposed to happen this way. She finally responded, How was it supposed to happen? You leave me at the altar for my cousin, and there's a good way for that to go? I wanted to tell you sooner. I just didn't know how. You had months. You chose the worst possible moment. Don't contact me again. She blocked his number. Monica tried to reach out too. Email, because Claire had blocked her everywhere else. Claire, I'm so sorry. I never meant for this to happen. James and I fell in love, and we tried to fight it, but we couldn't. I know that's not an excuse. I destroyed our relationship. I destroyed our family. I'm sorry. Claire read it once, deleted it, never responded. 2 weeks after the non-wedding, Claire's Aunt Karen called, Monica's mother. Claire, I need to talk to you. I don't think we have anything to say to each other. Please, just listen. I'm not calling to defend Monica. What she did was unforgivable. I'm calling to tell you that Monica and James are back. Back from where? They went to Vegas. Thought they'd start a new life there. It fell apart immediately. James got cold feet about leaving his job. Monica got cold feet about being with someone who'd abandoned his fiancée at the altar. They realized they'd made a huge mistake. Good. They deserve each other's misery. They broke up. 2 weeks after destroying your wedding. They're not together anymore. Claire absorbed that. So they destroyed my wedding, my relationship, my family relationships for a relationship that lasted 2 weeks. Yes, I'm so sorry, Claire. Monica is back home. She's devastated, crying constantly. She knows what she's lost. She should be devastated. She chose this. I know. I'm not asking you to forgive her. I just thought you should know that it was all for nothing. Thank you for telling me. But Karen, Monica and I will never have a relationship again. What she did can't be fixed. I hope she learns from this. But she's not part of my life anymore. 3 months after the non-wedding, Claire was doing better. She'd started therapy, processed the trauma, started dating again. Nothing serious, just coffee dates, drinks, remembering how to trust. One evening, she met a guy named Ryan at a bookstore. They started talking about books, then about life. I'm divorced, Ryan said. Bad marriage. We were young and stupid. I was almost married, Claire said. My fiancé left me at the altar. Ryan's eyes widened. Seriously? 3 months ago. Left me for my maid of honor in front of 200 people. That's brutal. I'm sorry. Thanks. But honestly, best thing that ever happened to me. Dodged a massive bullet. They dated for 6 months before getting serious. Ryan was honest, kind, nothing like James. He knew Claire's story, knew about the trauma. I'll never do that to you, he promised. I'll never make you question whether I'm committed. I believe you. A year after the non-wedding, Claire ran into Monica at a grocery store. They saw each other in the produce section. Monica froze, looked like she wanted to run. Claire, hi. Monica. Awkward silence. How are you? Monica asked. I'm good. Actually, really good. Dating someone. Happy. You? I'm okay. Working, living at home still, trying to figure things out. And James? We don't talk. Haven't since Vegas. It was a disaster. We both realized we'd made a horrible mistake. I could have told you that. I know, I'm so sorry, Claire. I know I've said it before, but I am. What I did was unforgivable. It was. Claire looked at her cousin, the person who'd been her best friend, who'd destroyed everything. She felt nothing, no anger, no sadness, nothing. I hope you've learned from this, Monica. I hope you never hurt anyone like that again. But we're not going to be friends. We're not going to be family. What you did ended that. I understand. Claire walked away, finished her shopping, went home to Ryan, told him about the encounter. How do you feel? He asked. Nothing. I don't feel anything about her. She's just a stranger who looks like someone I used to know. That's healthy. You've moved on. I really have. 2 years after the non-wedding, Ryan proposed. Private, intimate, just the two of them on a beach. I love you, he said. I want to spend my life with you. Will you marry me? Yes. They planned a small wedding. 50 people, close friends and family. No cousins, no elaborate ceremony. Just vows and love and honesty. The wedding was perfect, simple, real. Ryan showed up, obviously, stood at the altar, cried when he saw Claire walking toward him. You're so beautiful, he whispered when she reached him. I'm so lucky. They said their vows, meant every word. The reception was small, casual, dancing and laughing and joy. During the father-daughter dance, Claire's dad said, This is what you deserved all along, someone who shows up. I know. That day 2 years ago, I was so angry, so devastated for you. But it led you here, to Ryan, to this. Everything happens for a reason. I don't know about that, but I know you turned something terrible into something beautiful, and that's who you are. 3 years after being abandoned at the altar, Claire barely thought about James, about Monica, about that day. It was part of her history, but not her present, not her future. She'd turned the worst moment into a party, turned humiliation into strength, turned heartbreak into healing. And when people asked about her wedding, she told them both stories. I was supposed to get married 3 years ago. My fiancé left me at the altar, so I turned the reception into a party and had the time of my life. Then I met Ryan and had the wedding I actually deserved. You're so strong, people would say. How did you handle it? I had 2 choices, collapse or celebrate. I chose to celebrate, and that choice changed everything. Years later, someone at a dinner party asked Claire, "Do you ever regret not forgiving Monica? She's your cousin, family." "No," Claire said without hesitation. "Family is about loyalty." "Trust. She destroyed both. Blood doesn't entitle anyone to forgiveness." "That's harsh." "No. Harsh is planning an affair with your cousin's fiancé while helping plan the wedding. Harsh is abandoning someone at the altar in front of 200 people. I didn't do anything harsh. I just removed toxic people from my life." "What happened to them?" "No idea. Don't care. They're not part of my story anymore." Claire's wedding that wasn't had taught her something valuable, that she was stronger than she'd ever known, that public humiliation couldn't destroy her, that the worst moment could become a turning point. Some brides walk down the aisle toward their future. Claire walked down the aisle toward hers. Twice. The first time, the groom didn't show up. The second time, he did. And the difference between those 2 moments taught her everything she needed to know about real love. Real love shows up, stands at the altar, says the vows, means them. Everything else is just practice for finding the real thing. What did you think of Claire's story? Comment below, rate 0 to 10, subscribe for more stories about turning disasters into triumphs.